Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking about some of the things I wish I knew before I purchased from Chanel. So since I just purchased my second Chanel bag, the white one here, I will leave that video linked in the description box so you can go and check out that unboxing as well. I have been thinking a lot about just small things that I wish I knew before purchasing the Chanel bags. So I thought I would share them with you today, and hopefully somebody will find this helpful if you are thinking about buying your first Chanel bag. The first thing to consider is the investment value. Now, the only bags that will hold their value and become an investment are the classic Chanel flaps like I have here. The other bags, seasonal or say the mini rectangular bags or the Chanel 19 bag, they will not necessarily hold their value as an investment. So if you are considering selling your bag in the future, that's something that you will need to think about as well. As some of the seasonal bags get discounted like 50% on the second-hand market. Now, I specifically have never purchased a bag from the second-hand market, and sometimes as well it can go the opposite way, in that if there is a really popular colour, a seasonal or a cruise collection colour that everyone wanted, that particular bag will sell for a higher value on the resale market as well, because it is so sought after. Also, in terms of the resale market as well, some of the sellers are charging a premium for locating bags basically. So if you aren't aware, the Chanel stock isn't particularly great. Basically, once they issue a collection, they only have a specific amount of bags released in that collection, and they don't restock the bags. So once they sell out, they're gone. So that means that on the reseller market, sometimes those bags do go for a premium if it is a particular colour that was very popular that year. The resale market is up and down. You could get lucky and get a great bag for, you know, a couple of thousand off, but on the other hand, you might actually have to pay more for your bag, like 20% increase on the price which you would have paid directly from Chanel. So to segue on to actually buying a bag, I'll just touch on this quickly. We're going to talk about waiting lists and client lists and all that kind of thing. Now, I've never had an issue with client lists or being told that I was on a wait list for a bag. In saying that, I have only purchased 2 Chanel bags, so I'm not the best person to say, but over the past couple of years it has been getting more difficult to purchase from Chanel. Myself wouldn't be particularly interested in buying a second-hand bag because I would just have that worry that the bag was not genuine, and that wouldn't be my thing at all. I would never wear a fake bag. So I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable buying a bag on the second-hand market, and I don't necessarily know the bags that well to be able to differentiate between both. I just can't take that risk when it comes to my luxury collection. I just need to have that reassurance from the store itself. Now, going back to the client list and wait lists, it has been said that it's a little bit difficult to get a bag from Chanel if you're not a client already. I didn't experience this because I had already purchased my black Chanel bag before I got the white bag, so I didn't have any problems there. But I don't think that it would be the best idea to just go into Chanel and try and purchase a bag without having bought any of their smaller leather goods first, and having a bit of a purchase history there, because they have so many clients. They don't really need walk-ins that they don't know, and they tend to like to give their bags to the clients that buy bags very often. It's just because they have such low stock as well that they want to keep their clients happy. I did actually experience disappointment this year with Chanel as well. I wanted one of the metallic mini bags and I tried to order it. My sales associate found a bag in a UK store, but it was actually reserved for a client, and that client then ended up buying it, so I didn't end up getting the mini bag. I wouldn't necessarily say that I was refused the bag. I'm sure they would have sold it to me if they had another bag available. It's just that the stock and collections are so low that you really have to be spending money with Chanel in order to get those special pieces. So that's just something to be aware of. You also have the price increases to be aware of as well. Chanel upped their prices on the classic bags by about 500 euros every single year, and that has been the case since I bought my black caviar leather bag in 2014. So even though there was a gap between these two bags, I did know that there was a price increase in those times, but white is not a colour that they do very often, so that was the reason I didn't get a white before now. If I knew how far the price was going to increase, believe me, I would have bought many more Chanel bags back in 2014. I actually had to pay double the price for this bag than I paid for my black classic bag in 2014. So that is the difference. I paid basically 100% more for the white bag than the black bag, but you know, there's nothing we can do about that now. But that's just something that you can be aware of if you're purchasing from Chanel. They do price increase bags very often, and if there is a bag that you want, you should get it sooner rather than later, because you're going to end up spending another couple of thousand if you wait a couple of years more. So if you have the budget and you can, I would recommend getting the bag that you want as soon as you can. The last thing I want to talk about, it's not necessarily related to Chanel, but when I bought my first Chanel bag, I was 23 years old, and before I bought that bag, I wasn't really aware that my wardrobe didn't have anything to match with a Chanel bag. And that thought never occurred to me. I was going around, I was wearing my runners and jeans and a hoodie on top. I didn't really have the Chanel aesthetic that would match with the bag. So when I was 23, I found it very difficult to actually get anywhere out of my bag, because none of my clothes were dressy at that age. I didn't have very good style and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to wear with the bag, and I just found it interesting that that thought never crossed my mind when I was buying that bag. It's something that you'll become aware of when you start shopping luxury fashion. When you have bags, you'll want to get shoes then that will match the aesthetic. And you know, some people might be able to rock a Chanel bag and a hoodie and a pair of runners, but I don't enjoy that look, and I'm not a big street style person, and I just can't put outfits together like that. So that's something to consider about your wardrobe before you buy a designer bag as well, is do you actually have the wardrobe that will complement a Chanel bag in your life? And that's something that I didn't have when I was that young. I have plenty of dresses now that I can wear with my bags, but I just found it really difficult at that time in my life to actually be able to use the bag and wear the bag. I have filmed a couple of other Chanel videos, so I'm going to leave a link to a playlist on screen so you can check that out. Make sure you also check out my unboxing video of my newest Chanel bag. I will leave that linked as well. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, because that really helps my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.